It feels like just yesterday you two were still together. It feels like just a while ago his promise was only for you and no one else. Then one day you just wake up and your you two turned into just you. And what hurts even more, while you're still crying into your pillow every night, while you're trying to piece together the shattered bits of your heart that he broke, he's already happy. He's found someone else. He's posting new stuff on social media, holding someone else's hand, calling someone else my love. You feel like you joined a race you didn't even know had started, and from the very beginning, you've already lost. It's not fair, it's so unfair. Why does it have to hurt so much to be left hanging while you watch him fly away with someone else? It's heavy in your chest, isn't it? Like every song you hear, you remember him. Every place you go, you have memories of the two of you. You try to be okay. You tell your friends, I can do this. But honestly, behind every laugh and smile, there's a hidden sadness. You struggle to understand where you went wrong. You gave everything, didn't you? You were faithful. You loved him with all your heart. So the question that keeps running through your mind is, why wasn't I enough? It hurts to think that all your shared history for him was so easy to forget and replace, like an old shirt just thrown away because there's a new trend. Often, the weight of the pain is because he was your first love. He was the first one to teach you how to love without expecting anything in return. He was the first one to make you feel those butterflies you thought only happened in movies. So when he's gone, it feels like a big part of who you are is gone too. Or maybe you're hurting because of a repeating cycle. Is this the second, third, or how many times you've experienced this? Where you trust, you get hurt, and then you just repeat it again. It's tiring, it shatters your trust in love and in people. How can you still believe in forever if every you two always has an end? And here you are. In the midst of all the pain, you'll try to move on. But what does that even mean? Is it blocking him on all your social media accounts? Or throwing away everything he gave you? For some, moving on means immediately finding a replacement, a rebound to forget. But often, it just complicates the situation even more. Because while you're trying to cover the wound with another person, you don't realize you're just poisoning it further. True moving on is not a race, it's a long process of acceptance, forgiving him, and most importantly, forgiving yourself. In the world of love, we often hear the word monogamy. This is the ideal, what most people dream of. Only one love, only one partner, only one world for the two of you. This is what you believed in. This is where you poured all your loyalty and love. You thought you both believed the same thing. But sometimes, in the middle of your monogamous relationship, he suddenly looked for someone else. And you're left wondering why the concept of just one became so difficult for him. The pain is double because he didn't just break your heart, but also your trust in the very foundation of the relationship you both agreed upon. The loyalty that was sacred to you, for him, was just an option. Because of the pain, this is where the concept of bigamy enters modern dating. This isn't literal marriage to two people, but emotional bigamy. That situation where you try to enter a new relationship, but your heart still belongs to your ex. Technically, you're single, but in your heart, two people are fighting. Your new partner and the ghost of the past. This is what's called a rebound. You use another person as a temporary fix, as a way to forget. But the truth is, you're not just fooling someone else, you're also fooling yourself. You can't truly move on if you keep pretending you're okay, while your heart is still with someone else. And there's also polygamy of feelings. This is the stage where after you've been hurt, you just become open to anything. You don't want to be serious anymore. You're afraid to commit. So what you do is, you date many people, you talk to many people, but you don't choose just one. For you, this is safer. Less pain, less commitment. You tell yourself, why should I settle for one when I can have many? But behind your openness, there's fear. Fear of being hurt again. Fear of trusting again. You turn love into a game because you don't want to be the loser anymore. This is a defense mechanism, a wall you build to protect your still shattered heart. These isms, monogamy, bigamy, polygamy, are not just labels. They reflect different stages of our journey through love and heartbreak. From being faithful to one person, to trying to love someone new while carrying the ghost of the past, to being afraid to love again so you choose not to be serious. Understanding these is part of knowing yourself. Where do you stand among these, and where do you truly want to go? Knowing the answer is the first step to finding your way back to true healing. There's always a debate within us when we're hurting. Who should we listen to, the brain or the heart? Your heart says, I still love him. Maybe he'll change. Let's give it another chance. The heart is sentimental. It remembers the happy days, the promises, the dreams you built together. It's ready to forgive again and again. It's ready to accept any tiny bit of love given to it, even if it knows it's not enough anymore. The heart is a martyr. It hopes, and often it's blinded to the truth because all it sees is the love it once felt, not the pain it's feeling now. But on the other hand, your brain is screaming. The brain says, enough, that's too much, you don't deserve this. The brain is logical, practical. It sees the red flags. It remembers all the lies, all the times you cried, all the broken promises. Your brain knows the relationship is toxic. It knows that staying with him is slowly destroying you. It tells you that you need to choose yourself. The brain reminds you of your worth, that you shouldn't have to beg for love that should be freely given. It's the one that says, let go. It's time to save yourself. This battle between the brain and the heart is the hardest battle in the process of moving on. Often the heart wins at first. You'll go back, you'll forgive, you'll hope, but with every return, you only get hurt more until your heart gets tired too. And when the heart is tired, that's when the brain gains the strength to act. This is the moment you'll wake up one day and tell yourself, I don't want this anymore. This is the turning point. The realization that self-love is more important than love for someone who keeps hurting you. Sometimes, we need to let our brain take over to save our heart. Choosing your brain doesn't mean you're numb or that you don't know how to love anymore. It's an act of courage. It's a display of self-love. You recognize that the fight is over and you need to surrender for your own well-being. Leaving a toxic situation is not a defeat. It's a victory for yourself. Remember, you don't have to burn yourself out just to light up someone else's world. There will come a time when your heart will heal, and when that happens, you'll thank your brain for choosing you. The final stage of moving on is forgiveness. But let's be clear, forgiveness is not for him but for you. You forgive not because he deserves it, but because you deserve peace. Holding on to anger and resentment is like drinking poison and waiting for someone else to die. You're the only one suffering. You're the only one burdened. So forgive him for hurting you. Forgive him for not keeping his promises. And most importantly, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for loving too much, for trusting too much, and for thinking he was the one for you. It's okay to make mistakes. That's part of being human. But forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. Forgive, but don't forget the lesson. Remember the pain, not to be bitter, but to be wise. Use the lesson from the past to be smarter next time. Know your non-negotiables. Know the red flags to avoid. Your experience will be your weapon, so you won't be easily fooled again. Trust is like a mirror. Once broken, you can put it back together, but it will never be the same. So the next time you love, be more careful in giving your trust. Before you dive back into the war of love, prioritize loving yourself first. This is the most important lesson of all. Find out who you were before you met him. Go back to your hobbies. Date yourself. Eat at your favorite restaurant alone. Travel. Enjoy your own company. When you learn to be happy even when you're alone, that's when you'll realize you don't need anyone else to complete you. The right person will come not to fill what's missing in you, but to fit with your already whole self. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to get hurt. All of that is part of a better story being written for you. It's okay to cry. It's okay to get tired. But always remember that it's also okay to get up and start again. Moving on is not easy, but it's possible, and at the end of all this, you'll find a love that won't hurt you, a love that's faithful, and a love that's just for you. You deserve that. You deserve true love. So for the broken-hearted, stop crying. A better tomorrow awaits.